women are going to conform to the man that they like. If you're struggling, going back and forth with a woman, that woman really does not like you. What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another one. Listen to me, fellas. Okay. If you are a man that is in a relationship, however, you're not getting what it is that you want out of that relationship, yet you're still in the relationship, you're the problem. She's not the problem. Listen, man, a lot of guys complain all the time about the woman that they're in a relationship with, whether you're dating her, whether y'all are in a relationship, long-term relationship, or married. Guys, there should be absolutely no complaints about the relationship that you're in, or there should be no complaints about the woman that you're in a relationship with. The reason that you're complaining is because you're not getting from her, or you're not getting out of the relationship what it is that you require or you desire out of that situation. Therefore, I must ask you why. Why would you be in a situation that you're not getting anything out of? Why? What sense does it make? See, listen, there's two things that you have to understand, right? A woman has resources, and then the man has resources. If you're giving her access to your resources, right, then you should have access to her resources. However, a lot of you guys don't really understand the resource that you have. And so you're just looking at the resource that she has, and you're willing to do anything and everything for it. You're willing to give up the respect that it is that you require. You're willing to give up the cooperation that it is that you require. Whatever it is that you require, you're willing to give it up just to get access to her body. And that's not how this goes, guys. A lot of you guys don't understand that. See, listen, man, a lot of you guys have a fear of walking away from a woman that isn't giving you what it is that you require or that you desire out of the situation, because you don't value yourself enough to realize, hold on, what it is that I have is valuable. You understand what I'm saying? Now, it might not be valuable to her, and that's okay. See, you got to understand that the woman that you like may not necessarily be the woman that likes you, and that's okay. Guys, this is why I move off of a model where it's like pay for performance. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I have to be getting something out of the situation in order for you to have access to me. But here's the mistake that a lot of you guys are making. Y'all guys are not disciplined enough to step back from a woman. You're not disciplined enough to leave the apple pie alone. You're not disciplined enough because all you want is the apple pie. Yo, I want the apple pie. I want the hot box. I want that hot pocket. I want whatever it is that you call it. You want that. And so you're willing to sacrifice the respect that you require. You're willing to sacrifice whatever it is that you want out of the deal, all for this one thing. And this is where a lot of you guys go wrong. This is why a lot of you guys are not satisfied in the relationships that you're in. This is why a lot of you guys are not satisfied with the woman that you end up with. And it just does not make sense. You have to understand, man, that you don't just give a woman access and she's not doing anything to earn that access. Any woman that deals with me in any way, shape, or form, especially, relationship wise or whatever, she has to earn what it is that she gets. And ultimately, guys, at the end of the day, you got to understand that women are making you do the same thing. Women are making you do the same thing. At the end of the day, that's what we're doing. It's like it's an exchange. You know what I'm saying? What are you bringing? Y'all hear the conversation all the time. What are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table? You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of you guys are just thrown away or not really understanding or realizing what it is that you are bringing to the table. And you're just so caught up in that good feeling that you're just willing to risk it all, guys. And it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense, guys. Okay. Listen to me and listen to me well, man. The first thing you got to do is you got to knock that woman down off of that pedestal. Knock the woman down off of the pedestal. Listen, man. I understand, man, for a lot of you guys, ooh, that thing feel good, right? But you got to look at it as an even exchange. You got to look at it as just as she's giving you access to something that feels good, at the same time, you giving her access to something that feels good. Now, look, man, if y'all don't know what you're doing in that department, if you don't know what you're doing in that area, you know what I'm saying, and you feel like inadequate or something like that, you know what I mean? Then, hey, you might be that guy that's just going to, deal with whatever you got to deal with to get that access. But if you know you coming through, you understand what I'm saying? You're coming through. Then that woman is going to want, you know what I'm saying, to give you that apple pie because she's getting satisfaction from her giving you that apple pie as well. You understand what I'm saying? It's an exchange, guys. And you have to understand that, but you're just simply looking at it as, ooh, she's giving me this right here, so I'm going to put up with A, B, C, and X, Y, Z so I can get access to that. But are you not giving her something as well? I don't know. Maybe you giving her trash, and so you gotta. I don't know, guys. You gotta knock that woman down off of that pedestal, man. You gotta pay for performance. If the woman is not giving you what it is that you require and you desire for her to have access to you, then remove the access. Another thing you guys are doing is that you're giving women access to your resources indirectly. You understand what I'm saying? You're giving her access to your resources without her having to go through you. Therefore, she doesn't have to perform any particular way because she has access to the resource. And that doesn't make sense. Any and all access that you allow a woman, it must come through you. Therefore, she does not have access to the resource if she's not behaving properly. You understand what I'm saying? You cut access off to the resource if she's not behaving properly. But a lot of you guys are like, oh no, well, that's my lady, or that's my this, or that's my that. So yeah, she got access to all of this stuff. Then she can circumvent the system, right? Because you're the system. She can circumvent the system and still get access to everything. So there's absolutely no reason for her to behave a certain way, because she got access to whatever it is already. Guys, if you are afraid to cut off her access to whatever it is, whatever resource that you have, then you're playing a lose-lose game. You're going to lose all the way around. Think about this. Your job, if you just had access to your yearly salary at the beginning of the year, January 1, you have access to your yearly salary. They just say, here goes your whole year's salary. Honestly, will you really be performing the way that, you know what I'm saying, is required by the job if you had access? No, that's why the job pays you for performance. You work a week, you get paid for that week. You work a week, you get paid for that week. You work 2 weeks, you get paid for those 2 weeks. You understand what I'm saying? But if you can circumvent and go around the system and not have to work and still get paid, how many of y'all would really still go to work? I know all of y'all are just, everybody's 100% honest, and everybody would still go to work and work just as good as they're supposed to. Nah, think about when you was in school and you had your regular teacher, right? You did what it is that you had to do because you know that your grade was dependent upon your performance in that class. But how did you act when the substitute teacher was there, right? Nobody but, yeah, I know. You was the one that did everything you were supposed to do when the substitute teacher was there. I wasn't. When the substitute teacher was there, it was party time. That was it. I showed up to get my attendance taken, and the next thing you know, I was trying to sneak out the class. I was asking for a pass to go use the bathroom or whatever, and that was it. 45 minutes. You wouldn't see me for 45 minutes. A lot of times I would try to take my book bag with me so that I wouldn't even have to come back. It is what it is. I guess everybody, I was different. Everybody is just an angel, and I was just the bad guy, right? I was just the dude with no behavior. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are not going to behave properly if they know that what they're doing is being monitored. That's just what it is. How many of y'all are just on the highway, the speed limit is 70, you doing 85, you see a police officer, and you just keep doing 85? Nah, you're going to slow down. Now, if you are an experienced driver, you're probably not going to hit the brake, but you at least going to come off the gas pedal, right? To let the car slow itself down. You don't want to just hit the brake to show, oh, okay, yeah, I was speeding, so now I'm slowing down because you was there. But do y'all get what I'm trying to say? So you have to monitor your resources to make sure that her behavior is matching the behavior that you need in order for her to have access to the resource. Guys, you got to knock her down off of the pedestal. Y'all guys are just looking at what it is that you're getting. But you have to look at what it is that she's getting. You got to be that guy that has something that she's getting, you know what I'm saying, for what it is that you got to be the guy that she's getting. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It gotta be, a lot of y'all guys are just, and I'm gonna tell you what it really comes down to, and then I'm gonna cut this one short, man. It really comes down to, at the end of the day, confidence. At the end of the day, it all comes down to confidence. And I'm telling you, women can smell a non-confident man a mile away, and she is going to manipulate you. Period, point blank. She knows that she can get whatever it is that she wants out of you without having to perform for it, period. The difference between a man who has a woman who's he's getting everything out of her that he needs is that man is not afraid to walk away. A lot of you guys are not confident enough to walk away because you either think you can't get another woman like her, or you're afraid to be alone, or you don't think your resources are enough, or whatever the situation is, man. Guys, man, you got to be willing at any point in time to go back to ground zero. That's the only thing a woman respects. She doesn't respect you. She respects the consequences that you're going to put on her for her lack of performance. That's just what it is. You think the women out here that are doing everything that they're supposed to do are just doing it because, man, they're doing it because they know, listen, if I don't do this or this, blah, 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 that this is what the outcome is going to be. And if she's not afraid of the outcome, that I'm telling you right now, you're going to lose all day. Guys, listen. Knock that woman down off of that pedestal. And I'm not saying that women don't have any value. You shouldn't value a woman. Women are coming to the table and bringing absolutely nothing. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you just got to knock her down off of that pedestal, man. You bringing something to the table too. You are bringing something to the table too. If she doesn't like what it is that you're bringing to the table, then let her go. Let her go. Man, you know how many women there are out here? And I'm going to be honest with you, man. There's nothing wrong with being single. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being single. But again, a lot of you guys, y'all don't want to, y'all pedestalizing that box, man. It's not even the woman that you pedestalizing. It's that box. It's the hot pocket that you pedestalizing. A lot of y'all don't even like the woman. Let me ask y'all an honest question. How many of y'all really enjoy dealing with the woman that you're with? Or if you could just have it to where you get box when you need box and that's it, like, which direction would you go? Just give me the box and save me all of the other this, that, and blah, blah, blah. Or just at the end of the day, give me box. And then if I want to have a conversation with you and we could talk and we could laugh and joke and we can, okay, cool. But at the end of the day, I really think for the most part, most men pretty much all they want is the box, but they're willing to put up with a whole bunch of foolishness to get the box. Y'all got to get up out that situation. You got to get up out of that mindset, guys. All right. Raise your level of confidence, and I'm telling you, man, women are going to conform to the man that they like. If you're struggling, going back and forth with a woman, that woman really does not like you. I'll catch y'all on the next one.